Last night, the Angry Orange posted, why does ABC Fake News keep Jimmy Kimmel, a man with no talent and very poor television ratings, on the air? Why do the TV syndicates put up with it? Also, totally biased coverage. Get the bum off the air.
What begins as a routine late-night segment quickly escalates into something far more charged. During a recent broadcast, Jimmy Kimmel delivers a line that, at first glance, feels like standard satire. But within moments, the atmosphere shifts. Because this time, the reaction doesn't stay confined to the studio. Donald Trump responds almost immediately, publicly, forcefully, and without hesitation. What unfolds next blurs the line between entertainment and confrontation.
Keep saying we have bad ratings, and you should listen to him, because if anyone knows about bad ratings, it's that guy.
President Trump's approval rating is tanking.
Plunging to a new low.
A new low, even among Republicans.
That's the lowest level of his second term.
That is the lowest it's been in his second term.
Instead of stepping back, Kimmel pivots, and that's where the dynamic changes completely. He doesn't defend himself in the traditional sense. Instead, he reframes the entire exchange, shifting the focus away from personal criticism and toward something broader. Metrics, influence, audience reach, these become tools, not shields. And as the back and forth intensifies, a deeper question begins to surface: who is actually steering the narrative? Every response from Trump seems to escalate the moment. But with each escalation, Kimmel subtly redirects the spotlight, turning reaction into leverage and pressure into positioning. It's no longer just a response. It starts to look calculated.
He's threatening ABC News. He's been trying to get Seth Meyers fired. And we learned today from The Guardian that Trump's billionaire buddy Larry Ellison and his son David Ellison, who are the biggest stockholders in Paramount and are now competing to buy CNN.
Before this goes any further, pause for a second, because moments like this rarely happen in isolation. They build, piece by piece, until the full picture starts to reveal itself. And now, that picture is expanding. What began as a clash between two public figures is quietly pulling in larger forces: media influence, corporate backing, and the silent weight of high-level connections. References to networks and powerful stakeholders begin to surface, and with that, the conversation shifts again. This isn't just about a segment anymore. It's about how influence operates when the cameras are on, and even more importantly, when they're not.
I want to listen to Kimmel's words on this, because what he said was in jest, but it wasn't. We finally get to find out if the president is linked to this. There are 50,000 documents. If there was something with the president...
This is the exact point where the tension peaks. Because once those broader elements enter the frame, everything changes. Kimmel's tone evolves, not louder, not more aggressive, but more precise. Instead of direct accusations, he leans into something far more effective: implication. Carefully framed questions. Subtle observations. The kind that don't demand attention, but command it. And that's what makes this moment different. It's not the volume of what's being said, it's the weight behind it. What started as entertainment has now transformed into something far more revealing.
Trump did finally sign that bill to release the Epstein files. He signed the bill and posted this giant run-on sentence taking credit for the fact that the bill got passed. It wouldn't have passed without him. Another legislative triumph. They even had a little signing ceremony to celebrate the full release.
This is where things don't add up. Trump's response, however, follows a familiar pattern. Take control of the moment, claim the win, and move forward as if the narrative is already settled. But here's the catch. The more he emphasizes the achievement, the more attention it draws back to the original issue. It's like trying to close a door while everyone is still looking at what's behind it. And that contradiction is exactly what keeps this story from going away.
His spokesniece, Caroline Leavitt, had to answer one of the weirdest questions a White House press secretary has ever been asked.
This morning, President Trump accused 6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. Just to be clear, does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No.
Okay, that's a relief.
And then, everything escalates. Now things take a sharper turn because when questions like that reach the White House level, the tone changes instantly. What once felt like late-night humor suddenly intersects with official responses, and that contrast is impossible to ignore. The calm denial doesn't erase the intensity of the question. It actually highlights it. And this is where viewers start asking, what's really going on?
Let's ride off into the sunset together like Butch Cassidy and the suntan kid. And until then, if I may borrow a phrase from you, quiet, piggy.
By the time Kimmel...
And just when it seems like it's over, let's ride off into the sunset together like Butch Cassidy and the suntan kid. Cheering, and until then, if I may borrow a phrase from you. Quiet, piggy. By the time Jimmy Kimmel circles back with that closing line, it stops feeling like a joke and starts sounding like a quiet challenge. Not loud, not forced, just deliberate enough to linger. It connects directly to everything before it, leaving the tension unresolved. And that's what makes it stick, because instead of ending the moment, it keeps it alive long enough for people to keep watching, keep questioning, and wait for what happens next.